So now we need to get we need to find our drill that you were foaming with, Al. Okay. We're going to drill 3 screw holes in there. We're going to put 3 roof screws of washers.
You get your top layout.
Yeah. The guys on the
Dan, get the top layout there.
the top layout will be 3 1/4.
Okay.
Okay, that'll put me 1 inch down from the top. They'll give me, you know, I should hit that LVL just in the center at that point.
Yeah, that's the bit they're using, right?
Is that the one they're using? Is that the bit you want, Dan?
Okay, now our,
for the ridge.
our roof crew is going to need something to stand on.
We'll literally take the electric chainsaw and circular gas. Yeah, and I don't care if the gas looks like that.
You got 3 lock their feet into on this roof, all right? So we're going to just provide those chicken sticks for them before we send this panel up. We're not going to send something up for them that they can't walk around on safely, all right? Okay, so now this panel is essentially ready to set up on the roof, all right? So what we're going to do now is we are going to, on a panel this size, we're going to put a lifting plate on it, and we are going to determine somebody wants to, they can hook something to that and they can try to tear it off. I doubt you're going to get it off, all right? So, you know, as you get to a bigger panel, you're going to probably have to fill all those holes with screws. But on something small, you just, depending on the length of your lift and where it's going, you know, if you're lifting over a lot of people and equipment and someone else's house or something like that, you know, you might want to be real excessive with your screws. But so that's basically ready to go. We have our straps are all ready, and we have a metal what is this called?
Carabiner.
A metal carabiner that threads in and out, so it can be taken off. It can be put onto a different strap, and that's going to hook onto your roof hook. Now, this is the top of my panel, so maybe, hopefully, with the rubber down here and things like that, this panel is going to hang a little bit in plane. And so I've got this hook so that if it's pulling on this, it's pulling this direction. You don't necessarily want to pull that direction on this hook because it is possible that this could bust its way out or something. So if you're pulling the proper direction on that hook, it's just a safer way to pull. So
Soil loose.
I really thought about that.
Okay, we'll take that small wheel there, we'll run down this.
Yeah, we're good. All right, you want to hook the top first?
Top's in.
Yep.
When we put this first panel up, we didn't screw it down completely. And what happens most common is a big long panel will get put on first along the edge, and the installer may go over here and measure the overhang. So if it's a 6-inch overhang or a 12-inch, whatever it is, they'll measure it at the bottom, at the top, and that's what they'll use to determine the proper set of the panel and screw it down. But in most houses, the rake edge is not the long side of the roof plane itself. It's typically the front or the eave overhang. So the overhang here is more important. And it's also important that the panel stay true to the ridge. So if you've got a structure that's a little bit out of square, whatever the case may be, you don't want to take your first panel, screw it down perfectly tight, and then put your second panel on and realize that something's running askew and you start getting sawtooth into the bottom edge of your panels. So what we'll typically do is put 2, 3 screws on the first panel, make sure it's secure, then bring the second panel into it. Now we have a longer run of the ridge line to verify with the ridge beam, and now we know we're running straight.
All right. You going in first?
We'll put that
You got to come down the hill.
Down.
Go ahead and push to me if you want. I can take another quarter. I can take another quarter out of that. You're happy. The ridge is more important. So stay with what you're happy.
We do it.
You want me to make this exciting?
This should be finished. You know, I thought to do that open on the side.